p.m. Eastern, and again tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. And then on Friday, Justice Ginsburg will become the first woman to lie in state at the U.S. Capitol.
President Trump again criticized the concept of unsolicited mail-in ballots, warning about a mass fraud and election rigging. In the White House Cabinet Room during a discussion on social media platforms, the president asked whether mailmen might be involved in a scam. Here's what he said about that, and you can watch all of President Trump's remarks at cspan.org.
Balloting and what's going on with balloting will prove to be one of the great catastrophes in the history of our country, even beyond elections. And the Democrats know it. They know what's going on. They know how it's going on. Who's getting it? Who's sending it? Where is it going? Where is it coming back? Where is it coming from? Are mailmen involved? Who's delivering it? It's a very, very, and they know it's going to be. And all you have to do is look at, as in a case in West Virginia, but many cases, I would say every single case in the last number of years where they've done this, and this is a tiny scale compared to millions and millions of ballots that are being sent. This is going to be one of the great catastrophes and one of the great embarrassments in the history of our country, beyond elections. And the Democrats know it, and they're setting it up for chaos, and that's what they've done. And these media companies, if you criticize it, they flag you, they take you down, they do all sorts of things. And they know it too. They know it too. But you've done a great job when you did that in West Virginia, and it happened to be the same day that we were criticized for just mentioning, you better be careful with unsolicited ballots. See, I think that's a better name, Josh, because they said universal ballots, and they had 15 different names. Didn't mean, people said, how does that have to do with being universal, unsolicited? 80 million unsolicited ballots being sent all over the place. People are going to get them. What the hell is this? What is it? They'll be harvesting them like crazy. Some of the states, they have no signature necessary, no verification necessary. Nevada, you don't have to verify the signature. There's no verification. It is a disgrace that this can happen. Just remember, I told you so. I told you so. We're going to win anyway, I hope. But I'll tell you, it's very tough when you have it's Democrat governors. It's states controlled by Democrat governors. And they're sending them out by the millions. And, Josh, it's going to be a mess, and they all know it. And the people that know it the most are the Democrats. They fully know. And then they talk about you're suppressing our right to vote. They're using COVID as a way of scamming the system. And when you talk about foreign countries are nothing compared to what's taking place. And if foreign countries want to, this is an easy system to break into because they'll do counterfeit ballots. They'll do counterfeit ballots by the millions. So when you talk about China, Russia, North Korea, Iran, all the countries you talk about, that's peanuts. That's all peanuts compared to this. But this is their opening because they can use nice, cheap ballots, and they can send them out, counterfeit them, and just send them in. This is a disaster, and they should stop it before it's too late. Now, we're before numerous federal judges. From what I hear, great federal judges, and they have the power to stop it. I hope they're watching because somebody's got to make the plea. This is going to be a disaster. I'm not even saying bad for me. It could work both ways. I don't think it will work both ways, but it could work both ways. It could be against Republicans or Democrats. But I hope somebody's watching because this is a disaster waiting to happen.
Who will control Congress in January? Stay informed on all the competitive congressional races leading up to Election Day with C-SPAN's Campaign 2020 coverage. Watch the candidates debate and election results on C-SPAN. Watch online at cspan.org or listen on the free C-SPAN radio app. C-SPAN, your unfiltered view of politics.
36 members of the U.S. House have said they're not seeking re-election. 9 Democrats